Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 420, The Missing Key. Intermediate. In a quiet village called Little Hampton, there lived a young woman named Emily Carter. She was 25 years old with curly brown hair and bright green eyes. Emily worked as a librarian in the village library, a small building with old wooden shelves and a big window that let in the soft sunlight. She loved her job because she enjoyed books and meeting people. But one cold autumn evening, something strange happened that changed her life. It was Friday, October the 20th, and the library was about to close. The wind outside was blowing hard, making the trees shake. Emily was alone, tidying the books, when she heard a knock at the door. She looked at the clock. It was 6:55 p.m., almost closing time. Who could it be, she wondered. She walked to the door and opened it. Standing there was an old man she had never seen before. He had a long grey coat, a hat pulled low over his eyes, and a worried look on his face. "Please, I need your help," he said in a shaky voice. "My name is Thomas Gray. I've lost something very important, and I think it's in your library." Emily frowned. "The library is closing soon, sir, but tell me what you lost. Maybe I can help." "It's a key," Thomas said, "a small silver key with a red ribbon tied to it. It's very special to me. I was here earlier today, reading in the corner by the history books. I must have dropped it." Emily thought for a moment. She remembered seeing an old man in the library this afternoon, sitting quietly with a cup of tea. She nodded. "All right, come in. Let's look for it quickly." Thomas stepped inside and they began searching. Emily checked under the tables and between the bookshelves. Thomas looked near the chair where he had sat. They moved quickly, but the key was nowhere to be found. The library was silent except for the sound of the wind outside and the creaking of the old wooden floor. After 10 minutes, Emily stopped and said, "I'm sorry, Mr. Gray, but I don't see it. Are you sure you lost it here?" Thomas's face turned pale. "I'm certain," he whispered. "That key, it's not just a key, it opens something valuable. If I don't find it, I'll be in big trouble." Emily felt a chill. "What do you mean? What does it open?" Thomas hesitated, then said, a box with secrets someone might kill for." Emily's eyes widened. This was no ordinary lost item. She didn't know if she should believe him, but his fears seemed real. "Okay," she said slowly. "Let's look one more time." They searched again, more carefully. Emily even checked the rubbish bin, thinking the key might have fallen in by accident. But still, nothing. Just as they were about to give up, Emily noticed something strange. The big window by the history section was slightly open. She was sure she had closed it earlier. "Mr. Gray," she said, pointing at the window, "did you open this?" Thomas shook his head. "No, I didn't touch it." Emily's heart started to beat faster. She walked to the window and looked outside. The garden behind the library was dark, but she saw something move, a shadow disappearing behind a tree. "Someone was here," she said, her voice trembling. Thomas grabbed her arm. "We need to leave, now. If someone took the key, they might come back." Emily locked the library door and they hurried to her small car parked nearby. She drove Thomas to his house, a cottage at the edge of the village. He thanked her and said, "Please, forget about this. It's too dangerous." But Emily couldn't forget. The next day she returned to the library. She wanted answers. She started asking people in the village about Thomas Gray. Most said he was a quiet man who kept to himself, but one old woman, Mrs. Patel, told her something odd. Thomas used to work for a rich family years ago. They owned a big house with a hidden room. People say he knows where it is. Emily's mind raced. Was the key connected to that hidden room? She decided to visit Thomas again, but when she arrived at his cottage that evening, the door was open and the house was empty. Thomas was gone. On the table she found a note. "Emily, don't look for me. The key is lost. Save yourself." Now Emily had a choice. Should she stop and say safe, or keep searching for the truth? She didn't know who took the key or why Thomas had disappeared, but one thing was clear. The mystery of the missing key was far from over. Look out for the sequel in the next story I post. Vocabulary notes. Tidying. Verb. Definition. To make a place neat and organized by putting things in their proper places. Example. Emily was alone tidying the books when she heard a knock at the door. Explanation. In this sentence, Emily is arranging the books in the library to keep it orderly before closing time. Similar words. Cleaning. Removing dirt or mess. E.g., she was cleaning the shelves with a cloth. Organizing. Arranging things systematically. E.g., she was organizing his desk. Straightening. Making something neat or aligned. E.g., she was straightening the chairs. Shaky. Adjective. Definition. Trembling or unsteady, often because of fear, weakness, or nervousness. Example. "Please, I need your help," he said in a shaky voice. Explanation. Thomas's voice is trembling because he is worried or scared about losing the key. Similar words. Trembling. Shaking slightly. E.g., her hands were trembling with fear. Unsteady. Not firm or stable. E.g., his unsteady step showed he was tired. Nervous. Anxious or uneasy. E.g., she felt nervous before speaking. Frowned. Verb. Definition. To make a facial expression showing confusion, displeasure, or concentration, usually by wrinkling the forehead. Example. Emily frowned. "The library is closing soon, sir, but tell me what you lost." Explanation. Emily wrinkles her forehead because she is puzzled or unsure about Thomas's request so late in the day. Similar words. Scowled. Frowned angrily. E.g., he scowled at the rude customer. Puzzled. Showed confusion. E.g., she looked puzzled by the strange question. Grimaced. Made a face of discomfort. E.g., he grimaced when he tasted the bitter tea. Hesitated. Verb. Definition. To pause or wait before saying or doing something, often due to uncertainty or fear. Example. Thomas hesitated, then said, a box with secrets." Explanation. Thomas pauses before speaking because he is unsure about sharing such important information with Emily. Similar words. Paused. Stop briefly. E.g., she paused to think about her answer. Delayed. Took longer to act. E.g., he delayed his decision until tomorrow. Wavered. Was uncertain or indecisive. E.g., she wavered before agreeing. Chill. Noun. Definition. A sudden feeling of coldness, often caused by fear or unease. Example. Emily felt a chill. What do you mean? What does it open? Explanation. Emily feels a shiver of fear or nervousness when Thomas hints that the key is connected to something dangerous. Similar words. Shiver. A quick trembling from the cold or fear. E.g., a shiver ran down her spine. Coldness. A physical or emotional chill. E.g., she felt coldness in the dark room. Dread. A strong feeling of fear. E.g., he felt dread when he heard the news. Valuable. Adjective. Definition. worth a lot of money or very important to someone. Example, it opens something valuable. If I don't find it, I'm in big trouble. Explanation. Thomas explains that the key unlocks something precious or significant, making it critical to find. Similar words. Precious, highly valued or loved, e.g., the ring was precious to her. Expensive, costing a lot of money, e.g., the car was too expensive to buy. Important, having great significance, e.g., this book is important to me. Trembling, verb adjective. Definition, shaking slightly, usually from fear, cold or excitement. Example, someone was here, she said, her voice trembling. Explanation, Emily's voice shakes because she is scared after seeing a shadow outside the library. Similar words, shaking, moving back and forth quickly, e.g., his hands were shaking from the cold. Quivering, trembling slightly, e.g., her lips were quivering as she spoke. Shuddering, shaking suddenly, e.g., he was shuddering after the loud noise. Story written by Grok 3 AI. Image created by Grok 3 AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.